When we got to the elevator, there was smoke everywhere and the elevators were not working. All the staff were with us, the nurses and the head of the department. They told us to go down to the first floor, to the shelter. So my son and I started going down from the 8th floor to the first, step by step.
This is how Kharkiv resident Julia recalls the 8th of July. On that day, she and her son were in Ukraine's main children's hospital, Ohmatdyt, in Kyiv.
There were mothers there with small children, with babies. Of course, it was a massive shock, just shock, to experience it for the second time.
Exactly 2 months earlier, on the 8th of May, Russian troops attacked a school sports ground in Kharkiv. Her son and 2 of his classmates were on the pitch playing football at the time.
My name is Artur and I'm 15 years old. And because of the aggressor who attacked us, I lost my foot. I was walking with 2 of my classmates. We heard an explosion. It was somewhere in the sky. A minute later, something flew into the sports ground. A piece of shrapnel hit me in the head, on the right side here, in the back. It shot through me and out my shoulder, breaking 2 ribs, and my shoulder blade too. And of course, my leg.
Artur says he was conscious the entire time and he felt no pain. He then underwent 8 hours of surgery followed by treatment in various hospitals in Kharkiv. After the amputation, he began rehabilitation at Ohmatdyt. The day when Russian forces attacked the hospital with a Ha-101 missile was the same day the doctors were supposed to remove his stitches.
To be honest, I had never heard such a whistling sound before. It was very scary. We were sitting in the corridor, a second after we heard the whistle, a second before the explosion. The light had just been turned off and we were thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen now?
They stayed in the hospital's shelter until the evening, and the next day Artur and his mom returned to Kharkiv, where he finally had his stitches removed. Prosthesis came next.
As it turns out, my Artur will be the first child to receive prosthesis in Kharkiv. Just like that. Usually, everyone goes to Lviv or Kyiv, but we were the first to be taken care of like this, and the prosthesis will be fitted here.
Julia says that the first thing Artur asked the doctors after the news of his amputation was for a video to understand what the prosthesis would look like. Artur adds that his biggest dream now is to get a prosthesis before his mother's birthday in September.
At home, I lift my leg, bend my knee, do push-ups, sit-ups, and work out with dumbbells. My friends tell me that if something like this had happened to them, they would have given up by now. But I'm basically holding on. It's not that I don't care about the injury, but I do a little bit.
Now Julia spends all her time with her son. She says they started going for walks and exercising together to help Artur recover faster. But their favorite activity is watching a movie together in the evening.
What is our favorite movie?
Transformers.
Transformers, all of them.
It's a pity what I've lost, but to be honest, the main thing is that I'm alive. I don't need anything else.